Hello. Hello to all my beautiful twin flames. This is going to be a reading for the collective, and I'm really excited because this is going to be my very first twin flame reading. I kind of did some divine masculine, divine feminine readings, but this is the first time I'm really just going to dive into the twin flame journey. And this 2020 readings or 2020 spread I'm going to do is 20 cards, and so I just completed the zodiac, so the 2020 vision zodiac readings, so you can get some foresight into your 2020, where you're at now and what you're going to be dealing with in 2020 based on the energy of your zodiac. Okay, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and everything else. So those are all up on my channel, but yes, this is my very first twin flame reading, and I'm super excited. I was going to do the DM and DF doing the same spread first, but I decided that just to go ahead and do the journey before I did the individual. So we'll just see. The first, this is also going to be very personal for me as well. My journey has been honestly beautiful, and I'm learning to truly appreciate it, and I'm just really thankful, honestly, for all the lessons and blessings that have come through my twin flame connection. It's been life-changing, and I'm loving how it's changed my life. So regardless, it's good. And I think it's really important for you to realize that you're learning and growing, and that's like the biggest blessing. Okay. Oops. Okay, and then also I want to point out here that we have on display, we've got our solar plexus candle going, okay, our green candle going, which is our heart chakra, but it's also symbolic for working hard, okay, and we got our money charms going on, because we know that a huge issue in the journey is related to, you know, manifesting this down into the 3D world, and that this Dala, okay, is often what slows things down or causes a lot of fear and anxiety. And so we just want to bless everybody on the journey with their infinite abundance as they take on their divine life purpose. Okay, we also have our little love mojo bag, okay, full of all kinds of love and sweetness. Okay, so we will go ahead and begin. All right. The first 4 cards are going to be in regards to 2019 and leading up to it. Twin Flame Collective. Twin Flame Collective. Okay, so we got the 8 of Cups. We got this 6 of Coins here. We've got the Death card. Twin Flame. And the 4 of Cups. So I definitely can see this as the journey of 2019. It looks like we have 8 of Cups. Okay, so this is walking away from something, okay, but also I see it as walking towards another. So, and by the moonlight, this is based on how you feel, okay, based on how you feel, you got up, okay, and walked away from one thing and towards another. All right, I'm seeing this as a masculine but this is also the masculine energy within both of us. When we take action, it's when we're in our masculine energy. Okay, then we have the 6 of coins. So it looks like, you know, a lot of people were like, oh, well, there's breadcrumbs in Divine Feminine. You may have felt like you only got breadcrumbs from your masculine. But also it's just balancing out life in general. Okay? Balancing out life, divvying it up, what you have to offer in your 3D reality. Definitely related to the finances and just the struggle of maintaining. Okay, so this is definitely showing about the masculine struggle to maintain his balance in his 3D world, as well as the feminine feeling like she was begging to receive. And I'm almost seeing like she got nothing. You know, like at least this person got something, but it's like she feels like she got nothing. And then we have death here. And so I'm seeing that major change occurred. Major change in the connection. A way of doing this. I'm really like pulling on several different stories. Okay, so I want to try to like narrow it down. But it's like just a major death in this balance. A major death in, it's like I'm seeing it a lot of different ways. Like the feminine is no longer willing to accept nothing or even just breadcrumbs, and she's willing to let go of the connection entirely so that she can go and find her happiness, because she believes, she knows that she deserves more than that, and she's willing to walk away from And then here's another thing, and I'm seeing, even though this is a masculine character, I'm also seeing this as the feminine. It's almost like the feminine had to, is looking at her cups and what she didn't get. And she's like, why did I waste all this time and energy? But Spirit has handed her this. You know, after all her losses, after all her trying and not getting what she deserved, the Spirit has now handing her this cup. And she's not even looking at it yet. You know, she's not even appreciating the fact that she's getting this divine offer here, which has been all of the enlightenment, all of the growth that has occurred. You know, we're still teeter-tottering in that energy of, well, why didn't I get what I asked for? When we are clearly being handed something greater. So that is definitely 2019 from my twin flame experience, is making a move based on the feelings, not getting what I deserved, and thankfully an end came to that. Okay? And feeling like I didn't get everything just yet, but look at this divine offer. Okay, so that I would definitely say that that is how my twin flame connection went down in 2019. And so let me know in the comments if that resonates with you. Okay, so 2020. This is going to be the present energy here. Twin flame connection. Twin flame connection. Strength, decisions. The Hermit. and Temperance. Okay, so the current energy for the twin flame journey, okay, twin flame connections. A lot has been learned and gained. So even though we may still be in this melancholy-like energy, a lot has been gained here, especially for the feminine power within each. The feminine has been awakened within the masculine energy, and the divine feminine is truly stepping into her power. She has infinite abundance. She is taming the lion. You know, this is actually making me recall about how this card actually, oh my gosh, this totally, this is the divine feminine taming the masculine. So whereas in 2019, we were being trained almost in a way to love unconditionally and, you know, accept what is, learning to detach, learning to step away when we, you know, when we feel like we're not getting our, when it's taking away from our energy, learning to balance things in our 3D world, okay? Whereas we were in a way being trained by the masculine, okay, we are now in our power, because we are in our power, because we no longer see this as us getting breadcrumbs, but more as of a part of what we had to go through to become who we are meant to be. We are now taming the masculine energy within, giving more love and nurturing. And so this is going to be within our twin flame connections, but first and foremost within ourselves, and making sure that we're coming from a divine, higher, creative perspective, loving ourselves, loving what we bring to this earth, knowing our worth and our purpose, okay, and tempering our inner masculine, as well as this is being in our power also requires our masculine to be more tame and tempered, because he sees us in our power, okay. Then we have here, this is more feminine energy to me, Two of Swords. Even though this Swords energy is air energy, I'm still seeing this mood, so it's definitely contemplating the feelings, okay? So making decisions, making very good decisions, going in to make decisions. So that is definitely what the feminine and masculine have learned on this connection, is to go in to make the decisions, knowing that it's not our family and friends. Even if they give us their opinions, we definitely have to make sure that we are going within and coming from our heart space here, guarding our hearts, covering our eyes sometimes so that we can hear what's inside, because we, especially as the feminine energy, have learned to let go of what we see, breaking through illusions, okay? Breaking through the illusions. You're not worried about what you see, because it's about what you know and what you feel inside. Okay, and operating from that space. So the Hermit here is more confirmation that we are going in for our answers. And so the connection may be quiet right now. Definitely. So like the connection may be quiet right now, especially since we're just getting through the holidays and everybody's kind of resetting what their goals are for 2020. Everybody's kind of going into hermit mode a little bit to decide, you know, what to do with this wand. This Ace of Wand he's carrying here. Looking in, looking at this light right here to know what to make, what's the next move. And Temperance. Taking time, testing the water. Because, you know, as divine as these connections are, and especially for the feminine who have the understanding of, you know, how much the love the masculine has, again, just how much beauty there is, how sexually passionate, just everything. As much as we know that ethereally, when we bring it down into the 3D, it's going to unfold, okay? It's going to unfold in a natural way. And so, you know, we're tempering and testing the water to see, to gradually bring this connection into the 3D. So, honestly, I feel like it's at a really nice place. A lot of the hard work is done. I mean, you know what? I gotta take that immediately back. They're saying, what? this death card is a clear indication that some of the painful cycles that we were on before have changed, and it's because the feminine has awakened in the masculine, and because the divine feminine is standing in her power. So a death to this lack has occurred. Okay, so moving into okay, so 2020 Twin Flames, the first thing that came out. Woof. Okay, I don't know which one came first. I'll just have to look at it. I have to accept this. Okay, so we... Alright, you guys. So moving forward into 2020, there's still more fighting to do. There's still more fighting to do. There's still more, and so this is passion. So those who are affected by the connections are definitely going to still have their things to say. There may be times where we feel mentally defeated. Okay, we may feel like this is too much, and this is really like a truly an end to the defeat, though, an end to the pain. But there may be times when we feel defeated, and maybe this could be the current energy of the masculine right now. You know, especially if his feminine is standing in her power and not giving him so much energy. He may be feeling like, what have I done? Have I completely ruined this connection? But 2020 is looking still very bright with the Two of Wands here. So we have the whole world in our horizon. Basically, we still... We still have our divine partnership here in our horizon. We're still looking directly at it. We have the entire world here in our hands. Ironically, I just received my passport in the mail, and so this definitely is looking like travel, but just continuing in the journey. Understanding that this is a passionate partnership, whether or not you guys are actively doing everything together, or you're just moving forward in life towards your beautiful future. You know, even if your connection isn't even about your romance, it's about what you bring to the world because you've been awakened. And I think that, you know, we have to accept that this is more than about what we just want. This is more than about what we just feel. This is more than about just sexual passion and compatibility and a great love, true love. This is about truly raising the vibration of the planet. And we as light workers have an extremely divine purpose to help others and to reach out far and to go deep within and to pull out our gifts. And so, you know, it's okay. You see how he's looking out in the distance? You know, he's looking out in the distance. This is about the long run. And I think 2020 is going to help to stabilize this energy that we're in this for the long run. Regardless of whether or not we are walking hand in hand, we are already in this partnership walking into 2020. We are on this journey together regardless. Okay, and the divine feminine rules. The divine feminine will rule 2020. Okay, she will establish her empire. So that's why it's very important for, and I feel that a lot of people have let go and detached and really moving into fixing themselves, no matter what level you're on. If you're just on the level of trying to eat better, I mean, that's always a challenge, you know what I mean? Like, that's always at the forefront. You know, or if you're just like in mission mode, in business, and doing your actual 3D purpose that you in order to help change the world and to also call in your abundance. Okay, so abundance has been promised to us. We get a whole empire. We are the Empress. The Empress is in control of her passion. She's in control of her 3D world, and her money and her coins and her house. She is in control of her feelings and her emotions, and she is in control of her mind and the actions she takes. So that's what makes her the Empress, and that is something that the Divine Feminine is going to achieve in 2020. So at first I got the Two of Wands and the Empress, but there will be battle, okay? There will be battle, and there will be mental anguish at times, because we're changing things, because we're taking these ethereal ideas and bringing them into the 3D, and as we do this one by one, it's really hard because not everybody's in the same mindset, and the people that we love, we're going to have to be in conflict with. Okay? But that doesn't mean that we can't have a victory. It just means that we have to go through it. And so, no matter what is happening, just know that you are on the journey with your partner. The world is yours. All the opportunities and the blessings are yours. And that the Divine Feminine power is what is going to be the driving force within the masculine, and as the feminine being on this planet Earth, as we get through this mental anguish. That is what will be to strengthen us during this time and give us the power to fight. Okay, so we're going to go into the healing. So, yes, we're going to get into the healing energy for the twin flames. The healing energy for 2020 twin flames. And I know, I want to just say something about the label twin flame. A friend of mine gave me the term ascension partner, because just because a person's not your twin flame doesn't mean that they're not your ascension partner, you know. But being a twin flame is very technical, okay? But, you know, this can apply to many people on a different level. Okay, so we have Eight of Cups, the Emperor. Oops. And this is the healing work, okay? We got Eight of Cups, as was our first card too. So, King of Swords. So what needs to be healed in the connection, okay? And the connection is this walk away energy, okay? This Eight of Cups energy of the masculine going in and out, not being fully committed to this journey, okay? And also the feminine, for when she's not seeing what she wants to see, you know, jumping in and off the boat. Oh, he called me, so yeah, this is my twin flame. Oh, I haven't heard from him. Oh, so it's not, you know? Or, oh, you know, is this a divine connection or not? Just going back and forth in our emotions. And we need to know that whether or not we are walking hand in hand or not, we are still connected on this journey together. Okay, the Emperor needs to be healed. So we have the Empress, who is going to be the leader in this 2020 in establishing the empire, and not just that, but being completely in control of herself. Completely in control of herself, regardless of where her masculine is, because she knows that he is here with her. The Emperor will be allowed to heal, and that is what needs to be healed. Is that so? As far as in the connection, the Emperor rising up into his power and being in control of his mind, 3D world, and mind, body, spirit, basically, and the Emperor being in control of his 4 divine kings within, right? So bringing healing to that, as well as it wants to point out the King of Swords, which is taking action, seriously taking action based on what. So once he balances out his energies, moving forward towards what he believes is to be true and not going back into old cycles that are comfortable. Okay, so let's get some of the creative energy here for the twin flames. So the first card that flew out was perception. So changing our perception, that's going back to this card here of understanding that no matter if we're walking hand in hand or we are on our separate journeys, that we are still one together on the same mission, and that our enlightenment and our awakening that occurred between the connection and the places that it has sent us. This card always comes out, I swear to you. Dreams. Okay, now since we're talking about the connection, this is also saying to me that literally we are in each other's dreams, and that is where we can see each other and to perceive that, but also imagination. Like this is the world of creation. This is how we're gonna bring this in. Okay, and then this is also relating very much to this Empress card, okay? That it's through our dreams and our imagination and our desire and our passion that we are going to make this into the 3D realm. This is where we create what it is that we want to see. If we want to dream that our masculine is and be all 8 of cups and be like, well, I don't know, here I'm in and I'm out, you know, that is what you're going to see in your world. But if you are willing to perceive this the way you want to perceive it, okay? Okay, so perception. So how you know where your perception is you're going to speak it. It's going to be what you think. It's going to be what you talk about on social media, okay? And what you discuss and how you surround yourself. So basically when you perceive things, okay, when your perception is in alignment with what you think and want to believe, you want to believe in this 2 of Wands, right? So to believe it, you have to perceive life in that way. So instead of just seeing it with your 2 eyes, you go within to gain the understanding, okay? And you're going to create this with your dreams. This is your creative energies. Use your dreams and your desires and your imagination and your fantasies, that place that you escape to be with your twin. Use that energy to hear. Leo, the lover. Express yourself to your twin. So this is also going to be, you know, to bring in and to heal and to get us moving forward in our journey, is to be expressive and creative and loving and playful. Okay, so letting go and truly forgiving your twin for the things that they didn't do, you know, not holding back. One thing that people, when we're practicing unconditional love, is that, you know, you don't take away your love just because they didn't do what you wanted them to do. You know, oh, they disappointed you, so now you're taking your love away. You know, that's not unconditional. And so we're being asked, as we bring in our dreams, desires, is to be in that energy, to be in that lover energy. And this is also the same energy, Leo, as this, the strength card. Okay, to be the lover is to be strong. Okay, taming the masculine with our beautiful divine feminine love, because he's used to women in relationships who are strong in their masculine energy and want to fight and not soft and not subtle, you know, but understanding that it is so strong to be in this beautiful divine feminine energy, so strong that you can tame the lion. Okay, so using your loving nature, your beauty, your juicy, okay, your trusting, being flirtatious, okay? If he only comes in once in a while and wants to flirt with you, flirt. You want him, okay? So I'm talking to the divine feminine right now. Obviously energy is energy, so you just have to take how it resonates, but yeah, be expressive of your love in 2020. Instead of holding it back and, you know, living in fear. Because, you know, what I realized for myself is that the divine feminine ego manifests as fear. And that's when we hold back and we don't express ourselves and we don't, you know, share our loving energy because we're afraid of rejection, you know. So whereas the masculine energy might be like over bravado, or, you know, trying to act like he doesn't care, doesn't have feelings, you know, the feminine energy also does the same thing, just in a fearful way. Or maybe we overdo things because we're afraid of, you know, if I don't serve this person now, then, you know, they won't be with me, or they won't see that I care, you know, just fear. All ego-based situations are based in fear, honestly. Okay, a message from the Divine Feminine for the Twin Flame Collective. My kids are over there arguing about something. Patterns. Ellen. This is the number 12, right? Which is saying mastery. Number 3. So we're going to read from the book real quick. I want to tell them to stop arguing, but I want to be like that on the camera right now. It's calming down. Okay. Have you noticed patterns in your life that led to positive experiences? Developing positive habits introduces new patterns into the fabric of reality and will support your dreams as they take form in the material world. It takes awareness and discipline to make this happen, but you can do it. It's time to allow the experience of a new happiness. If you do, the Celtic goddess of paths and patterns, Ellen, will show you a new way to your dreams. All manner of miracles are possible. Now is also the time to build bridges across any divides with others that have temporarily separated you. Your path is clear. The way will be shown as you make new choices for your life with the goddess known as Ellen of the Ways as your happy guide. They're arguing about the PlayStation. Oh my goodness. Not the PlayStation, but the Xbox. Okay. Alignment message. Familiar patterns show up when you fall asleep at the wheel of your life or when you expect things to be a certain way of habit. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, guys. I just had to go over there and be like, excuse you. So now they're about to draw. They're about to do some kind of thing to figure out who gets to play the Xbox first. Okay. So sorry, everyone. This is real life. Okay, so alignment message for patterns with Ellen. Familiar patterns show up in your life or when you expect things to be a certain way out of habit. Whatever conditions are reoccurring for you right now, you are being invited to see them as an opportunity to move beyond the limits of your expected disappointment or habitual behavior. If you do what you always done, then you can expect the same patterns to continue. If you don't want to repeat a lesson or find yourself back on the same path with the same people, same conditions, and results, then you must choose to think, do, and be differently. Ellen of the Ways offers this alignment task. Make a commitment to change your way and choose to allow for new paths to be explored. It's time to take a look at your need to always wonder if the other shoe will drop and how you remain in familiar territory although you're not content. Ellen will show you the way out. You just need to want to follow. Okay, so that is definitely in relation to those, especially for those who have been on this in and out journey.
Can you guys put your hands down in here?
For a long time.
Does anybody do that?
They're trying to select a bowl.
Okay, but you gotta close.
Oh, just put it in there. Let's go back in.
Okay, so if you've been on a pattern of this in and out energy, you need to recognize what has been putting you in that. I've recognized some patterns because mine, honestly, is responding too quickly. Okay, being too available. You know what I mean? And I just realized that, you know, if you're not going to be consistent, then I can't be so available. Okay, so I recognize that as a pattern, that when I say, oh yes, I'm available for you, you know, then all of a sudden I get flaky behavior. You know what I mean? So the way to change that is to not be so available, to remain focused on self. And you know what, I'm not going to say that, because that's kind of egotistical to be like, oh well, now I'm going to hold back, that's taking your love away, right? But more like remaining focused on self. That's another pattern that I realized is when my masculine came toward me. Then I get all kind of jiggly, like, you know, oh, I'm only manifesting things. Now I'm manifesting, you know, with him, for him, rather than staying focused on my original goals. Okay, there's disappointment in what has occurred, who got to go first. So that's why it's so loud. We just got one more card to pick, and thank you everybody who has stuck with me through this reading. What minutes are we at right now? At 36 minutes. Yeah, it's definitely time to wrap this up, you guys. Okay, so the last cards for 2020, Twin Flames. Flower cards. You guys, I'm recording right now. They're just getting too loud, okay, and they're messing me up. Okay, Twin Flames 2020. Twin Flames 2020, the flowers.
I'm sorry.
Twin Flames 2020. Whew, okay. Chakra clearing. By clearing your chakras, you open yourself up to profound wisdom. So, moving into 2020, Twin Flames. Cleansing, clearing yourself, eating better, okay? Getting your habits in order, changing the bad habits that you already know about, okay? Reordering your perception, okay? Writing down your dreams so that they're clear to you. You know, being a lover in all things, but yeah, clearing so that you can allow the goodness to come in. Clearing the habit of believing things are not working out, okay? Because as much as we know the masculines in the 3D realm, they give us that 8 of Cups, but we also in the 5D give them that 8 of Cups. Oh, I'm on, oh, I'm off, okay? Based on what we are seeing. So create the habit of going within, and the only way you can hear your own voice is if you are clear. So that's one thing that I love about going on this journey of reading tarot and just using spirituality in real life, and also by recording and speaking publicly, is that it forces me to remain in a higher vibration. It forces me to eat better, and so that I can be a clear channel. So be a clear channel for your masculine, so you can know what's really going on. You know what's really, you can hear him if he's real, especially if he's your twin flame. But even in soulmates, we have a level of telepathy there if you just clear yourself out. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this now, and I hope that this gave you some insight of where you've been, where you're at, and where you're going in regards to your twin flame connection. Please let me know if this resonates for you, and know that I am sending you love and prayers of infinite abundance so that you can get everything that you've asked for. My hope is that you get everything that you dream of. Okay? So thank you. Show up.